我每晚都瞓唔着，覺得好內疚。當日自己唔應該抌低太太同一對仔女，仲同人有婚外情。太太係咁哀我都要離婚。到依家過咗10年，先知道自己失去咗好多嘢，同埋要太太咁辛苦湊大啲仔女，我真係覺得自己係一個衰人，冇得救。
Of all the people who have hurt us, the issue of forgiveness becomes significant. But there is one person that is probably the most difficult human being that you will ever do the work of forgiving, and that is yourself. Forgiving ourselves is a monumental task, especially if we have hurt people. I've hurt people. I have great regrets. And what do you do with your own history? One of the hardest journeys you will ever take is learning to forgive yourself, because you cannot extend to someone what you don't possess within your own being. If you cannot love yourself, then you cannot love others. The scripture is, love others as you love yourself. And part of learning how to love yourself is to forgive yourself, to let go of your own throat. A lot of times we have these memories of what we've done that keep coming back, especially as we get older. Some of us, we didn't deal with our damage and our brokenness until we were older, and therefore the pile has become larger. It's a hard thing to turn and face that, but we need to. We need to do the work of extending grace to ourselves the way we are learning how to extend grace to other people. Forgiving yourself, vitally important. What does that mean? That means you've got to learn to look and face yourself. You've got to go back through the memories of what you've done and release yourself. If that means to say, I forgive you in a mirror 100 times, that's what we do. But there has to be a way that we learn to let the history go. It doesn't mean it disappears, because the choices that we've made actually matter. And those choices are now wound into the person that we have become. This is about the miracle of the work of God in our lives, because only God can take things that are broken and begin to build something new and wonderful out of it. The immensity of the goodness of God is that God can climb into our history, into our lost pieces, our broken bits, and God can begin to collect those things up so that nothing is wasted. But part of our participation, because God will not heal us apart from our participation, is to do the work of forgiving. Does it mean that you have no regrets? No. In fact, the healthier you become, the more sensitive to the losses you become. Only now you don't pick it up as a way to wound yourself, to remind yourself of all the damage that you have caused. Rather, this journey becomes a way of embracing the choices that you have made, even the hurtful choices, and begin to climb inside of it with God in order to make something new. Yes, I have regrets. If I could go back and change my life, I would do it. If it meant no big book, no shack, anything else, I would go back. If I could change one time that I hurt someone, it would be worth going back. But I can't. That's history. That's the past. But I do have to forgive myself so that I can move forward. We can only do that by the kindness and the grace of God.
先愛自己，先可以有能力愛別人。如果你想揾人傾訴，可以致電人生熱線81008012。如果你願意支持人生熱線，請致電31086012。奉獻500蚊或以上嘅朋友，可以獲贈作者親筆簽名小說《小屋》一本。奉獻1萬蚊或以上嘅朋友，更獲贈親筆簽名限量版 DIY PAPA 小屋及創世經典10架 USB。多謝大家。